Yes, welcome to Tormore Reserve for the Deakin Uni match of the round. Top four battle out here between the Boronia Hawks and the South Belgrave Saints. The Hawks looking to keep an unbelievable second half of the season going with a victory here against the South Belgrave outfit who, if they win today, book in a double chance in the Premier Division for the second consecutive year and a date with South Croydon in a second semi-final in a fortnight's time to kickstart the Deakin Uni Senior Women's Finals Series. Josh Ward here. Blakey Tennant alongside me in the call list here, and Blake, it is fantastic to be out here at the beautiful new pavilion of Tormore Reserve.
It is absolutely magnificent being up here as well, and well done to the Boronia Football Netball Club for getting this organised as well, and it's a privilege to be where we are right now. This is probably up there in one of my greatest call spots to do it here as well. I got in nice and early, found a good park here, and I think we're on happy times down here at Tormore Reserve, and it's actually sunny because I know that the last couple of times we have not been privileged with the weather, but good to be here alongside you and Josh, and as well as Ali, who mentioned as well, joining us today too.
I was going to say on special comments, Ali Curlis, thanks for jumping on today as well. A massive contest in the Premier Division. Yeah,
absolutely massive, and this is the pointy end of the season that you love. You know, for Boronia, you know, a win would certainly help them, you know, boost their, I'd say, spot even more on the ladder. But even for South Belgrave, they're not, you know, they're still in touching distance, possibly with top spot if they get the job done. So definitely a lot playing on the line today.
Well, it could have a top-of-the-table clash in the next weekend against South Belgrave and face them in 2 consecutive weeks, of course. It'd be a tough ask against the South Croydon side that have only lost 1 game against this Boronia side who, in the second half of the season, they've knocked off South Croydon by a close margin at Cheong Park, knocked off Park Orchards last weekend, Blake, and their only loss came against North Ringwood, who they've eliminated essentially from finals with a 2-game and strong percentage differential over them. So they've done really well this season, built on what was some promising signs in 2025.
Oh, definitely. You know, if you want to look back, you know, that upset win on Anzac Day last year where they beat South Croydon when, you know, they weren't expected to beat them, but they did, and it was really convincing as well. So they're going to be up against it, and I've been really happy with this Boronia outfit. You know, it's never hard, it's never easy going to Tormore Reserve playing against a Park Orchards team, which we know are a very good side, and they came out there and really put a low-scoring game on them. I've never seen Park Orchards during my time calling their games, score 38 points, which is a really good point of view for a Boronia point of view. So they're fine at the moment, but I think we've got to put a little bit of more credit on their opposition because obviously they made the grand final in a heartbreaking fashion last year, losing as well, but they've just got a bit better, I feel like, and we need to give them a little bit more credit, I feel.
Do feel that way as well. Kate Green joining us on the boundary. She's already been busy this morning. And
Sean Bunkle has been momentarily MIA. I think we'll...
Well, we're having some confusion. We might.
Sean's a bit late, so we need to fine him for being late.
Sean gets an exemption. He's a great man. So.
He's a busy man.
I'll hand you over to him now.
Yeah, absolutely. The senior coach who's done a fantastic job with Boronia the last 2 seasons, Sean Bunkle, and of course, more importantly, a VFLW Premiership coach as well. Sean, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. And sorry I'm late. I just got a bit carried away then because our development girls are going so well. Minutes away from finals for them for the first time ever. So.
I was going to say the development side, they're up by 19 points for those that might not be able to see the scoreboard, but that must be great and show we spoke about it in the off-season about how the depth will improve. This is clearly a sign that it's improved tenfold over the season and over the off-season as well.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we've got some, a lot of new players come to the club, which is fantastic. We've got senior players, all different places, and we've also got a lot of under-18s coming up. So I think that's what you're seeing with our development team is it's a great mix of some former senior players and a lot of under-18s coming up. So it's really exciting that they're only going to get better and better.
Absolutely. And one of those new players, Courtney Bramage, who's had a storied career at the VFLW level and in Queensland as well. You bring her into the lineup today on top of some other VFLW talent, but Bramage in particular, how big is it to get a captain as well of a former captain of a VFLW club to pull on the boots at Boronia this season?
Yeah, super exciting. Obviously, I know Bromo from coaching her at Port Melbourne, but I think, yeah, 2 weeks ago she actually had a local footy debut, so it's time she's been back at that level. So obviously very experienced player, just so classy. And for her coming back, I think one of the most pleasing things to hear was just her coming back and enjoying her footy and playing with our girls. And yeah, she loved being part of the group. So we welcome her back again. And we know that she's a pretty dangerous forward and someone that's very handy to have down there as a bonus.
Sean, always a pleasure talking to you as well. You forgot one thing, Josh. He's also a good coach down at a club that I know very well, so I thought I'll mention that in the resume too. But how have you seen the season? Obviously, you had a massive win last week against Park Orchards, but also getting them to score 38 points as well. Are you sort of, on that defensive point of view, and then also getting some scoring at the same time, which is very fun to do? Is that something you're building on, and what you've learned at coming through for the VFL ranks as well? Yeah,
definitely. I think as the season's gone on, there's been layers that we've wanted to add to our game plan. So I think we've been a pretty good competitive, contest-driven team. I think at times we've sort of struggled to attack and really open the game up. So I think, that was really pleasing against Park Orchards to be able to do that. And, look, defensively, we have a group that are just really eager to play their role and get their matchups and just compete really strongly. So we've tweaked a few things in that space, and they're getting better week to week. And I think probably the exciting thing is we feel like defensively we're probably much better than we've been. And if we add that to what we can do around the contest, obviously makes us really hard to score against. And then, on top of that, just the attack is the final piece that's starting to come together. So it's kind of, it's all coming together at the right time.
It is indeed. And, just having a look as well, I know we're going back to last year, but that massive win against South Croydon, obviously Park Orchards last week, and you sort of answered my question at the same time. Do you feel like you're getting better and better every week sort of thing to build into a big September push into finals?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got obviously had a really strong group from the start. So lots of depth. We've got heaps of players that can play different positions. We've got weapons all over the ground. I think the intangible that we were sort of looking for was just around that team team approach where we can be really well connected and understand each other well. And I think when you've got 10, 11 new players in your team, it takes time for that to come together. So I think we thought we'd get there a little bit quicker than we did. And I think because of the challenges we've had with that, I think we've just learnt so much about each other in the process and how to work well together that some of these performances in the back end are probably a result of the early challenge. And I think with time we've just gotten better. And I think our best footy's still ahead of us. I think we're just still trying to work it out. So I think that's the most exciting part, is we know our best is to come.
Oh, definitely. And around this sort of pointy end of the season too.
Sure. Excuse me. What are the main focuses that you want to concentrate on coming into today's game?
Yeah, we have trademarks that we want to deliver every game. So there'll be little bits and pieces here where we've got matchups, and we'll do the the analysis on the oppo. But fundamentally, we just want to be a really strong competitive team. We want to outwork the opposition. We want to be a high pressure team that comes forward to defend, and obviously that team first mentality is the huge thing that brings it together. So those are the focuses for us, and if we can come in each quarter and tick those boxes, we're pretty sure that some of the scoring will come our way. We'll defend really well. So really, our game plan is just built around those principles.
Absolutely. Well, you're a busy man, and I'm sure you want to keep a close eye on the final couple of minutes of this Division 4 game as well, Sean, which is fantastic to see, as mentioned, the Division 4 side get an opportunity to play finals for the first time ever. And it shows the direction the Boronia Senior Women's Program is heading. And we thank you once again. And you're always generous with your time. It's always a pleasure speaking with you, especially in the Deakin Uni match of the round. Congratulations on a great season, and good luck for today's contest as well.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Always
good luck.
Thanks, Sean.
Sean Bunkle.
What a man he is.
Yeah, he's an absolute champion, and always so generous with his time, as is this man as well, the South Belgrave senior women's coach, Shane Mason, who has been good enough to join us in the build-up to this game. Thanks so much for joining us, Shane.
Thank you, no problems at all.
How are you feeling ahead of this contest? You win and you get the double chance in 2 weeks consecutively playing South Croydon potentially.
Yeah, I know, isn't that unbelievable? I think it's a pretty important game for us. But, it's just another game, and we've got to treat it like that. Otherwise, if you take that into consideration, things can go haywire at times.
Absolutely. You had Parker Orchards a fortnight ago, which you won by a point. North Ringwood last week, and then you got Boronia in South Croydon this week. Do you feel like that's the perfect lead into finals as well, just given North Ringwood are going to fall short of finals, but all the other three sides look set to play finals this year?
Yeah, it's just the way the toss of the coin, I suppose. Like, like you'd like to have a couple of games where you could just go through the motions, but like, it's just another game that we just have to win, and that's just the way we're looking at it, I suppose. It's good. Yeah, look, obviously playing the top 5 teams in the last 4 rounds has been a positive thing. But yeah, obviously we need to have the players on the park to sort of make it worthwhile.
Shane, always good to speak to you as well. But I just want to mention as well, you're coming in grand final last year appearance, and you're now sitting in a really good spot at the moment, as Josh said, to win today, you get the double chance back-to-back years as well. Do you feel as well, I just asked Sean this, do you feel like you're peaking at the right time? And I know you've had a few good wins against these sort of sides, and how do you think you're going at the moment as you play Boronia today?
Yeah, I suppose it's been a different year this year because we've had a lot of injuries, which you look at Nikki Cormack, Gemma Mason, who they're our captain and vice captain, and top 2 in our best and fairest, and Gemma's been the last team of the year for the last couple of years with the AFL. She's had an ankle reconstruction basically after that last practice game. So we've had shoulders, we've had calves, we've had ankles, we've had everything. So it's a different side, and we're giving girls opportunities. Like today, we've got 3 under 16 girls, which gives them an opportunity. which is great.
Does it come down to also your depth as well? Does it come down to that as well for this South Belgrave team as well? Because if you get these players in, get them a few games as well, often players would like to stay. Is that something you're trying to build for this culture around South Belgrave going forward?
Absolutely. Like the women's program, you look at sides like say North Ringwood. Like last week, they fielded 3 teams, and Boronia and South Croydon. They've got a really great, and Park Orchards. They've got great women's programs, and yes, that's something that we'd like to be down the track. We've got a really good bunch of juniors coming through, like our under 12s and under 14s are looking good. So, hopefully, give them a bit of a taste and they see what we can do, and they want to stay in footy.
Shane, I asked Sean the same question. What are the main focuses that you want your team to focus on today?
I think it's worrying about what we can control. I think, a ground, like looking at the ground here today, the conditions are fantastic. The ground's in good nick. So, it's making sure we don't, turn over the ball and, put pressure on the opponent. And, just worry about the things that we can control. So that's what we're focusing on. The thing is, with injuries, gives people opportunities as well. So girls that might not be playing in a particular position will be having time in a role that they might not normally be doing.
You go.
That leads to my question as well. But who are these opportunities that you're going to give today? We get what that we can see and put it around and let people know about these new role changes.
Oh, look, yeah. So we've got some young girls coming through. So like Jasmine Cochran, she's under bottom age under 18. She's playing with us all year. She's down at Eastern Rangers. She's been playing everywhere. When we played South Croydon last time, she played on Taylor Black, which is only kept it 1 goal. So it's a fantastic introduction to footy and especially senior women. So Eastern Rangers probably they don't get the bigger bodies as such. So yeah, we got Lucy Prendergast. She's just come up from under 18s. She's still top age under 18s, but she's centre half back. She's been playing really well. And then it's some of our older players like who we got here? Ash Foster, like in our ruck, she's had a great year and, working hard and it's what she's doing outside of the ruck, what she's doing around the ground. So, and then, we get young girls like Sadie Peters that comes back in after injury and hopefully, she'll get a bit more of the ball this week.
Absolutely. Well, we better let you go because this, as you can hear the Boronia song absolutely belted
Sorry
out
about
here.
that,
But, a pleasure to have you on, Shane. Congratulations on a great season, another final series as well, and we're looking forward to seeing the Saints and what you guys can do for the remainder of the season.
No worries. Have a great call.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Shane Mason there. We might just let the Boronia song play because, as you can tell, thanks there to Shane Mason for joining us. But as you can tell, Boronia.
I love the little joy in the song. Let's get the pip in the step, I reckon. I love it.
There was some of the Boronia crew who were out here and they were saying, "Oh, we're going to play the song soon," and I didn't expect it to be this loud.
Oh, me either.
That was Billy said to us earlier that he'd give us a warning, otherwise we'd kind of like jump in fright and go over the balcony.
All I'm just saying is Boronia's definitely heard this song a lot, especially in the back-to-back flags that they won. I'm used to this song. I've heard it a lot, so it's great seeing
I
it.
was going to say, but of course, that Division 4 game, Boronia 6-5-41, defeating Norwood 3-4-22. That was their last game of the home and away season, and they had to win it because if they lost, it opened the door for Bayswater in Division 4. So they're set to play finals in season 2026, which is fantastic to see. And both their sides are set to play finals, which is quite big.
It is, and listening to Sean and what he had to say, this club's going forward. It's going places, and which is what you want to see. And it's great having the two sides, and it's always hard, I feel, being the seconds coach because you just don't have that luxury of, getting the best sort of team because players keep going up and down a bit as well. So, this Boronia side's looking really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far they can go, which is good to see.
And look, it's great to see the Premier Division side and the Big Four side getting around one another, which
shows the culture of this footy club as well. So it's looking really good here.
It is certainly exciting. And
it's one of many clubs that we have within the women.
Yes, sorry, Kate. I think you cut off.
I think we may have lost her.
I think she's walking through the
Can we just also mention, I know it is South Croydon and I know we're not doing this, but this weekend for South Croydon Footy Club,
it's massive.
It's massive. Sarah O'Toole playing her 100th game. Emily Fogarty playing her 100th game as well. And, of course, EFNL legend Taylor Black playing her 100th game as well. Ash O'Donnell as well playing her 100th game too. So I thought we'd just mention that on the broadcast going forward for South Croydon. And I think the big news is coming out of, and you would have seen it on Thursday night, that Park Orchard's superstar, I must admit, now Melbourne Demons AFLW player, Georgia Livingston, getting drafted, which is great to see. She's I enjoyed calling the grand final in the last 2 years. Of course, who can remember that goal where she socketed it off the ground, and that will go down in Park Orchard's Folkshaw for that one too. So great to see the hard work, the resilience, and you name it. She's definitely done it all to get where she is now.
Yeah, she
definitely well earned actually, and I think for that Melbourne, following the AFLW quite a bit as well, that Melbourne squad. I absolutely love the AFLW, seeing the young talent coming through. Yeah. And I think for Georgia, huge congratulations to her.
If anyone deserves it, it's her, Georgia.
Oh, no, it's just, I think she, unfortunately didn't get drafted in a draft year because she was a really good Eastern Rangers prodigy as well. Yeah. She had to go through the hard way, of course, playing obviously Park Orchards and then spent some time at the Doggies too. So it's definitely paid off. But this game, both teams are on the ground. So, as we mentioned as well, I think Shane Mason really pointed out some players that can really go big for this South Belgrave outfit as well. Yeah. They've definitely got a bit of change as well from that grand final outfit too. So looking forward to seeing these players that can live up to that expectations that Shane's given them.
Well, looking through their list, there's still some familiar names. Georgie Pruden has stepped up as skipper in Nikki Cormack's absence, and that's a big inclusion, Nikki Cormack. With the VFLW experience she provides, the composure in midfield and her delivery to players like Olivia Flanagan, who's the leading goal kicker in Premier Division this season and has been absolutely spectacular.
Yeah. 31 goals in about 12 games of footy.
That's impressive.
It's not a bad effort. And Taylor Kern's coming in as well, a heap of VFLW experience with both, with the one club at Sandringham and the Southern Saints. So We get to see some high-quality contests as we'll cross down to Kate Green on the boundary. How are conditions down there, Kate? It looks a lot better than it has been in previous years, Tormore Reserve.
Well, let's just say it's not wet like Knox last week. Hey, we're going to have that problem again. The ground is good. It's a little soft on top, but otherwise pretty firm underneath. Just a quick side thing, Ali, just pull your mic slightly away from your mouth because, yeah.
There we go.
But otherwise, the ground's in really fantastic considering that we're heading into, the second last week of women's home and away season, and we've got finals ahead, so it's holding up. But I think it's going to be a case of me dropping in and out hearing you guys because of this wonderful light pole in the way.
That's okay. We'll be able to work things out. But I will admit it, and I think I either mentioned it on Inside or Female Footy Focus. The last time I was out here was Division 1 Grand Final day, and there wasn't a blade of grass back in 2024.
I think our grouse media manager, Ryan Long, was in work boots, and that's just showing you how full on that day was.
It's very rare he's in his work boots.
It's great to be back here. I just want to say it's a wonderful setup here, and I just cannot thank enough of the Boronia Football Netball Club and what they've able to do with this masterpiece. And it's the state of art sort of things, and they're building a fireplace out the back here. So
why not?
Why can't we just call the game inside in that fire pit there? And that'd be great.
It's too far to see the game, mate.
We can get a monitor. We can get that.
I'm just going to move slightly back because we've got the gas heater here as well. So I might just call the game from the gas heater as both sets of captains, Nikki Cormack and Rachel Quirk, I think the new skipper of Boronia, in the middle as well. And what a key player she'll be today. We'll have the toss of the coin on
Who went to Josh? No, come on, quick. Oh,
yeah, well,
of course.
It is Boronia.
Too slow.
It is Boronia who have won the toss.
Looking forward to seeing Rachel Quirk as well. I think she's got a basketball final tonight.
NBL 1 Knox Raiders. So they take on Melbourne.
Yes, I've been obviously. I work for the Kilsyth Cobras NBL 1 outfit. So she had a pretty good game against Cobras too. So shout out to Rachel. I'm sure she'll maybe not go too much today, but
shout out to Leah as well, Leah Sagamaggio, who does.
I was going to say,
do.
Yeah, so that's quite an interesting dynamic as both sides get their final addresses from their skippers. Kate Green, we're going down to you for your tip and a margin as well.
I'm not going to give a margin because I never do, and I'm not going to break my tradition of not giving a margin. I am going South Belgrave, basically. We always seem to underestimate South Belgrave, particularly around this time of the season. And over the years, I've learnt that we never underestimate South Belgrave. All respect to Boronia, I did have them along with North Ringwood as my dark horses who try and that would be at the end of the season vying for fourth position. So I'm pretty pleased with that prediction I had at the start of the year. But otherwise, I'm going South Belgrave, and I take it you're all going for Boronia?
No, I'm going for the Saints. I think they're gonna. The big ground could suit them as well. I know they don't have the luxury playing down at South Belgrave Reserve, but it'll be really good to open up the ground, I reckon. South Belgrave for me.
Ellie, your tip?
Yeah, I'm going to go South Belgrave. I reckon it's going to be a close one. I reckon it's going to be right up there. Stakes are on the line, so I am going to go South Belgrave.
Look, I tip Boronia on the podcast, in the record.
You and our fearless leader, Ryan.
No.
You can't change your tip, Josh.
I am not our leader. I'm not Ryan Long. I never change my tip from the podcast or from the record. Well, except that the podcast was recorded a couple of weeks before games. But I'm sticking with Boronia. I think they're on a roll and are going to be tough ask out here at Tormore Reserve. I think it'll be a very close contest between the Hawks and the Saints as both sides move into position. It's set to be Cleo Smith, of course, the former Wani South player, to go up in this first ruck contest against Ashley Foster as both move into position. We've got a big game out here, plenty of games in the penultimate round of the Deakin Uni women's competition. which we're very much looking forward to as the umpire holds the ball off to signal the start of this Deakin Uni match of the round. And it's going to be Big Blakey Tennant to get us underway.
Yes, it is. Deakin University match of the round. Great to be down here at Tormore Reserve. Wonderful conditions today. Actually, if you would have listened into our pre-game, hasn't had the luxury of that in a long time. So good to be here quick around this ball, South Belgrave. We'll get this through Flanagan. Talked about her during the pre-game. And she's having a stellar season as well, kicking the 31 goals. And the Hawks on the outer wing at Tormore Reserve today. Great conditions. Trying to get the early touch there was Watt. And tackled immediately. It's going to be a ball up.
Yeah, great start from both teams. They're just feeling each other out in these early stages.
Yes, need to. It's sort of like a test, I reckon, for Boronia and South Belgrave. Need to get this win to secure that double chance and play South Croydon in 2 weeks, which is pretty remarkable.
Pretty daunting.
Yes, indeed. So they get it out here to South Belgrave. They get a check side kick there through Peters. And a mark not taken. It was touched off a Boronia player, but spear tackle through, sort of a wrestling sort of move, and a tackle. It's going to be a ball up through for a ball up. First time we go in South Belgrave's attacking arc for today's proceedings. 2 wrecks going around this ball. Nice bump there. That was by Quirk. Hand pass there. That was by Wright. They get a kick to Boronia. Clearance sort of kick here. Out the back here. Who's going to try get this one here is Cochrane. Talked about in the pre-match there by Shane Mason. And that's going to roll out. It's going to be looks like it's going to be a free kick to Boronia, Josh Ward.
I think it's...
Thought it was a last touch, actually.
Yeah, it usually is last touch, and it's going to be Ali Gottliebs. And in game number 50 for Boronia today, of course, the former Darabin play. Hit short to Neve, or Knife. I'm not too sure how to...
Neve. I'm going to go with Neve.
Well, we'll stick with that as she goes to the far side wing. Strong hands not taken there by Schmidtley, who follows up and is locked up. And we will have a ball up centre, or half forward flank for South Belgrave on the far side of Tormore Reserve as they'll win this clearance. Couldn't get clean kick away. Coney around this. One of a couple of inclusions today for Boronia into this lineup today that's in really good form heading into this contest with just 1 loss in the second half of the season against it, playing a South Belgrave side with just 2 losses so far this year as the mark's taken on the far side wing after the clearing kick from the congestion. Looks to play on immediately with a handball over the top to Quirk. Quirk has open space and heads inside forward 50. We're on the lead. Taking a good grab is Rhiannon Lamb. Has an option deep in Clara Vikov, who it falls short of her. Out the back, the Saints will be able to get the handball away. Can't clear the congestion. Wing locked up. And right in front of the scoreboard, we'll have this ball tossed up right forward pocket for Boronia. Schmidtley goes up, tapped it down. Getting boots the ball is Jemima Fulton. It'll bounce out of bounds and be a boundary throw-in, Blake.
Yes, indeed. Deep inside, Boronia's attacking 50 as well. I was really happy with the South Belgrave defence there, earlier. They really covered the lanes there. As we back inside on the pocket end of Tormore Reserve. Getting this ball up is Bromwich, and she's tackled, and she's going to get a holding the ball free kick going to South Belgrave.
Great defensive pressure there by South Belgrave. You could see the way that they were set up in that defensive 50.
Yes, really defense. I reckon it's 2 defensive sides. We all saw this one. That's not a great kick there, but scooping this one up is, of course, Lundfeld. And that's tackled immediately. And the pressure's been elite from both ends so far. Early stages, of course. And Bromwich will have this say. On the pocket end, on the arc of the 50 arc down here at Tormore Reserve. Big fly. Couldn't grab that one. South Belgrave defence hanging really good early stages. And trying to get this one up is Wellington, but South Belgrave do get the clearance kick out the back there, but Boronia set up really well with a hand pass through Wellington. Kick off the ground, that was by Flanagan. She's dangerous everywhere she goes. And that's going to be another ball up just on the arc of the square, Josh.
Yes, indeed, on this broadcast side, so I have a good view of this stoppage as Smith and Foster go up. The latter one it down to Pruden, couldn't get a clean connection. It favours Boronia. The handball over the top from Coney was a good one. Vikov handballs or gets the kick away to the goal square. It'll be rushed through for a behind. That was good work there from Ashley Marshall, and it's through for a minor score. The first score of this morning's Deakin Uni match of the round. Thank you for tuning in on AFNL, Facebook and YouTube. One behind plays no score South Belgrave as they head towards this broadcast side. Couldn't complete the grab there, could Cleo Smith. The Hawks have the numbers on the ground. We'll get this ball back from Schmidley Will Smith. Smith heads inside forward 50 where she's got a loose player. Couldn't complete the grab. Vikov's around this footy as well. Can't pick it up cleanly. Umpire says, I'll have this.
South Belgrave really do need to pick up their opposition player, because if they...
And we'll have this ball tossed up. Abby Rowan, the former Furniture Gully and Coldstream player, going up in ruck. Won it from behind. Langeveld cleared defensive lines, though, and got it to the far side wing, where trying to tap it in front of her was Stark. Loses possession. Peters was locked up. And around about 60 metres out from South Belgrave's goals, this ball will be tossed up.
Yes, just on the where we used to be, actually, in the
Yeah, I was going to say.
wing. It's great to be back in action down there as well. Some bad memories and good memories of weather for the Melbourne Media event. That does a terrific job here. Tackle laid there by South Belgrave by Kearns, and it's going to be a ball up on the pocket.
Not so good memories of the last time I was out here. We were all up in the van when it was hailing.
Very good.
Can I say, first time here, and I absolutely love it. It's incredible.
It's fantastic.
And it rolls out. It's going to be a ball up just on the pocket. I would say maybe about 25 metres. I'm no arc person here, but
I'm going to say 30-ish. 30-ish.
Yeah. All right, I'll take your word, Ali. I'll take your word on that one. As they're on the pocket, still balls in pursuit and kick off there. That was by Santa Mergio. And really good tackle there, pressure by Boronia, and that's going to roll out through from behind. So one apiece at the moment. About 7 minutes into this first quarter of the Deakin University match of the round between Boronia and South Belgrave.
Where's Emily Mackay when you need her for the
Thank you. Sorry.
We'll go to the far side of Tormore Reserve. Boronia have open space. Kick will be cut off quite easily by Georgie Pruden, who has a loose player in the middle, and that's Lauren Langeveld. Former officer player, heads inside forward 50, where no mark was taken by her teammate. Under duress there is Sadie Peters. Forced stoppage to the Hawks, so we've played 7.5 minutes, one behind apiece in this top 4 battle of the Premier Division for today's edition of the Deakin Uni match of the round. As inside forward 50, Santa Margio goes. Kick will be intercepted and bursting away and getting a kick away, but not in time. The Hawks, that might have been Shay Denny, but it'll be a free kick to South Belgrave. And it'll go to Sadie Peters, who's been lively the last couple of minutes. Heads to the right forward pocket where Flanagan nears. Spoiled out of bounds by Ali Gottliebsen. And it's great to see her back on the park. Missed last year with an ACL injury, came back, I think, against the Eastern Devils back in round 8 or round 9 earlier this season, and has been able to string some games together. Of course, when she last played, she was on a VFLW list with Darabin, and played a couple of games there and played a couple of games that year with Boronia as well. As this ball tossed up, the clearance won by the Saints. The dribbling ball will go out of bounds, and I think it'll be last possession. Yeah, and it'll go to Zoe Lynch, the former Bayswater player, Blake.
Yes, indeed. Good to see her as well. Of course, she had that massive game as well a couple of years ago in that grand final. Couldn't get Paisley over the line, unfortunately, because they played against the great Ferntree Gully side that day. So good to see Zoe playing good footy as well. Tackle immediately. Just on the arc of the square, centre wing, where we used to be. If you're just joining us, getting around this is Prudent. We'll be calling her name a lot today. She's a star of the competition. Yeah.
She's been instrumental, actually. I'm really loving the way that she's had that impact in this game.
Probably see, I don't know if we do our best on ground for today, but she would definitely be in consideration. And I know we're only probably 10 minutes into this game. As a hand pass laid and Boronia get the clearance kick. It's just on the wing. And plenty of numbers around this ball here. Plenty of South Belgrave jumpers, and it's going to be wrapped up through for a ball up. It's on the centre wing yet again.
Blake, we do have the best on ground, but we don't have an award for this year. We're working on it.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I hope we can get one going soon. as this one's going to roll out. Scooping this ball up is Boronia and Wellington, and she might get a free kick. No, she doesn't. It's going to be a ball up.
Just a ball up.
There's 2 rucks going at it. It's going to be another stoppage play here, but out there was Carini doing terrific things. Hawks going forward here. Got plenty of numbers 2 against 1 here. Who's going to scoop this one up? Snapping kick there. That was by Braun, and a mark taken. And I believe that is Smidley. I think it's
Schmidley.
Smidley, yes, that's how you say that one. Former Eastern Ranger too, I must admit. When I was down at the Rangers a couple of years ago, she was doing her craft down there at the Rangers. Great seeing her at Boronia as well. So I think she's spent a year at VFLW as well. So good to seeing her playing good footy down here at the Hawks' Nest down here at Tormore Reserve. And to kick the first goal of the game, can line up.
That was
His
good.
goal umpire does not move, and that's a goal.
That was
Caitlin
good.
Smidley kicks the first goal for Boronia and the first goal of the game. 1-1-7 plays, 1 behind South Belgrave. Great start for the Hawks in Ali.
Yeah, sure was. And I love the corridor movement, or coast-to-coast movement there by Boronia.
Yeah.
Even all that work through the middle there paid off in that forward line. Great effort.
And a great effort from Jasmine Coney to extract it, get her out to her teammate who was able to set them up. And credit to Schmidley for being able to find some space inside forward 50 and create that opportunity for the Hawks. A much-needed opening goal for them.
She's been pretty solid, I think, too. Early stages, of course,
She has.
Jasmine Coney. So looking forward to seeing how she goes for the rest of the game.
Of course, does have VFLW experience, is one of many Boronia players to have VFLW experience. As the Saints win the clearance through Langeveld. Inside forward 50 she goes. Out the back there was Denny. Handball away will be cut off by Pruden, who got boots of ball to her teammate who looped a handball to a dangerous spot. Boronia have the numbers, although doing really well there was Kearns, locked up by Ella Dempster. Of course, former Mount Eliza and former Casey Demon as well as Dempster. She'll go up in this ruck contest against Foster, who won it down, did Foster. Handball to Flanagan with the immediate reply. And that is brilliant play from South Belgrave from stoppage. It's 1-1-7 apiece, and we've got 8 minutes left in this first quarter rally.
Yeah, great work there by Flanagan. She had great positioning there in front of goal and gets South Belgrave's first goal of the game.
Anywhere around the big sticks, Blake, she is an absolute threat.
She knows where the goals are, definitely. And as we mentioned, that's now goal number 32 this year as well. So she can have a big say in this game, and also where this South Belgrave team deep for a September push.
All 4 of the top teams are really very evenly matched. It's just who gets the edge on the day.
Thanks, Kate Green on the boundary. Centre wing clearance for the Hawks. Great mark taken. That was by Vikov. She's going to kick this one to her teammate. Good mark taken there. That was by Braun. She's going to go deep inside to the pocket. Plenty of South Belgrave. But Smidley
Nice
again.
mark.
She's having a good say in this game, in the big high five too.
She was pumped about it.
Geez, 1-on-1, just in the air, just too strong, too tall, I must admit too.
She's going to be a handful today, is Cardless Schmidley. She's put together a great season so far. I don't think I'm not too sure if she's their leading goal kicker this season as well, but is one of many threats inside forward 50 for them, Blakey.
So Kayla Smidley kicked the first goal for Boronia. She can line up and kick her second. And again, the goal umpire has not moved yet again. The Hawks have now kicked 2, and isn't she up and about? Kayla Smidley, what a start she's having in this game.
Just on that, your query there, Josh, actually number 40 for Boronia, Jemima Fulton, she's their current leading goal kicker for the club in 9th position overall.
Thanks, Kate. Ellie, that was a brilliant piece of play from Boronia to kick that goal.
Yeah, sure was. And again, just the way that Schmidley had great positioning. I'm loving her work rate, and it's certainly giving South Belgrave something to think about.
It sure is. As Wellington won the clearance, kick will be cut off by Santa Maggio. Heads to the right half forward flank where the fist came in from behind from the Hawks. Spinning her way out of trouble. That might have been Mackay. The handball over the top will get back to Shay Denny. Former Oval player handballs it to her teammate who's in trouble. Back to Denny, who can't keep it in play. And we'll have a boundary throw in centre wing where we As we've mentioned many times during the call, normally used to be, but now we've got a fantastic spot up here on the pavilion, new pavilion out here at Tormore Reserve as the Hawks try to win the clearance, although doing really well there was Langeveld, who's had a good start to this game. Heads inside forward 50. Kearns is out the back, as is another of her teammates there in Foster, who looks like she's resting forward. Will go up in this ruck contest. Will Ashley Foster against Stella Dempster, a direct opponent. And it is Foster who won it down. Teammate can't escape. Immediately there could Isla Yates, and we'll have another ball up in the forward pocket for South Belgrave. As this ball once again not going anywhere. Of course, great to see Isla Yates. A couple of months ago was playing junior interleague with the AFNL, and here she is now playing her second senior game with South Belgrave as still inside forward 50. Getting Brew to ball is prudent to try and create an opportunity for South Belgrave. Locked up there is Taylor Kearns. And we'll have yet another ball up, Blake.
Yes, indeed. Deep inside South Belgrave's attacking 50. And that player again, Flanagan, getting around this ball. She will pick this one up. Just got a player just giving pressure immediately to her, which you'd need to do in this style of the competition. Getting this one up is Quirk, gets clearance ball, great find to Smithlear again. She's playing terrific centre of the ground down here at Tormore Reserve. There's a Boronia jumper around this one. She can have to stay here. I think she linked it up as well with Braun, that one. Picking this up here is Fulton. Got two Saints jumpers around this one, but scanning this one up is South. She goes to the centre of the ground, centre wing. Getting this one up for the Saints is Langfeld, and she's got a Saint all on her own here. But if they get a Shepherd here out the back here, trying to get this one up is Kearns, tackled immediately by Zoe Lynch, and that's going to be another ball up. Just nearly about, I would say we're probably about 70 metres, unless that's a real 50 arc, I'm not sure.
I'm going to say that's a 50 arc.
We'll go with 60.
Yeah.
Not
Close
the
enough.
arc, not the arc.
So trying to get this one up is Pruden. Pruden gets a clearance kicker. Saint all on her own. And that Saint is, of course, Peters. Sadie Peters on the angle, on the pocket. Goes to the centering ball. There's a hawk around this one. And they do well. They recover well here, do Boronia. They do so. Out the back here, they could try and get this one down here on the outside wing here. Trying to pick this one up is Fulton. Couldn't grab the first grab, but she grabs the next grab. Finds her teammate. A lot of Saints jumpers kick off the ground. Who's going to try and get this one up? Tackled immediately. Well done there. And that will be holding the ball. It is. Great tackle and pressure there by Boronia, Josh.
It is, and it's Courtney Bramage, who's certainly been lively, the former Port Melbourne VFLW skipper and a premiership player with the Boroughs. She heads inside forward 50. Fulton with the grab. And on about a 45, 50-degree angle, just inside the arc, she'll kick this from, of course, coming to Boronia this season, as she'll look to hit up an option short. And Abby Browen went over the top of her head. Langeveld, she's been everywhere this contest. Got a handball out the back to Charlie Wing, who got boots a ball immediately, which results in a turnover. Indiana Mackay, former Casey Demon, heads inside forward 50 in the Bramage direction. The Saints...
The defence is really holding up here, isn't it? Only they've had a couple of passages where Smithley has gone on top here, but the defence is really holding up here.
Santa Maggio kicks it away, should be cut off. It eventually is. Coney, handball to Bramage. Will look to get this ball back, Coney, but Bramage will be pinged for holding the ball. It is really good defensive pressure, Ellie, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. And every time Boronia seem to go inside 50, South Belgrave, because I sort of harped on it earlier, South Belgrave, they've been able to polish up in their defensive 50.
They still trail this game to South Belgrave, look to clear the congestion, but intercepting is Schmidtley. On her right boot, heads in the Cleo Smith direction, from behind nearly clunked the grab. The Saints clear defensive 50, might be temporary though, as Boronia have the outnumber in Shay Denny. Well, might get this ball back here from right. No, she doesn't. In fact, she'll run onto it, will the former Oval player. Umpire looking to blow his whistle, and eventually does. In the middle, Tormore Reserve. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Maybe a late opportunity for one of these sides if they can get this ball quickly from the congestion. They can't. South Belgrave have plenty of numbers around this, as do Boronia, is trying to bustle away through. They're going to be pinged for holding the ball. That might be Maddie Stark or Emily Wellington. So an opportunity presents itself for South Belgrave. They wheel around through Flanagan, inside forward 50. The mark, is it taken? No, it's not paid. And the siren sounds as Zoe Lynch tried to escape. And it signals quarter time out here in the Deakin Uni match of the round. Boronia 2-1-13 to South Belgrave 1-1-7. We're going to go to our first break here, and when we return, we'll have one of the coaches, and we'll bring you the second quarter of action out here at Tormore Reserve. Boronia against South Belgrave. Welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round, live from Tormore Reserve. It is Boronia 2-1-13 leading South Belgrave 1-1-7 out here in a top four battle out for Premier Division. Josh Ward here alongside Blake Tennant, Ali Curlers. We've got Kate Green on the boundary, and it looks like she's circling the Boronia huddle to get Sean Bunkle in for an interview as well. We might cross down to her pretty shortly, but of course a massive second quarter to come out here between Boronia and South Belgrave, as we'll head down to Kate Green shortly. In fact, we'll head down to her now, who's alongside Sean Bunkle.
Sean, a very positive first quarter for your Hawk girls. You mentioned in the huddle that the girls were really getting around that contest, but you also mentioned that there needed to be some work done in there. Would you like to expand on that?
The attack on the footy is good. It's a little bit all or nothing now. I think there's a few times we're winning it out the front, which is terrific, and then there's a few times where they're getting their hands on it first and able to exit out the front of the contest. So a big part of what we need in there is a bit of balance. So still want to attack the footy, but we just need that defensive balance. So we're just holding the footy up and getting a repeat stoppage instead of letting them out.
You also mentioned about how your pressure is actually creating territory for you.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the forward handball's been terrific for us. So once we're getting that ball on the move, sharing the footy forward, you can just see how much pressure it's putting their backs under. So we think we can run them off their feet as the game goes on. So far, so good. We just got to keep being bold and, share it forward.
Thanks very much, Sean, and all the best for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Kate. Cheers.
Thanks, Kate Green on the boundary, interviewing there with Sean Bunkle. Terrific coach and a terrific man as well. As South Belgrave go to clearance kick. If you just joined us on the Deakin University, scoreboard reads 13 Boronia, South Belgrave 7. And a great tackle there. That might be rewarded. It is, and it will be. It's going to go to that player in Jimmer Fulton as well. Current live in the goal kicking. Kicked a couple goals for Boronia this year, looking to expand as well. So she's having a pretty good game as well. She laid a few good tackles early in the game. So Fulton lines up, kicking to the pocket end. There's a Hawker player all on her own, but tapped through on the line there. That was by Braun. It's going to be a ball up here. Just deep inside on the pocket of Boronia's attacking 50. South Belgrave, well, the defence really held up that quarter.
It did.
See how they can get this one out of their attacking. And getting there first there was Coney. And that's going to be through for a behind. So there you go. That's the first score of the second quarter. Well, the first point of the quarter, this one. 2-2-14, Boronia, South Belgrave, 1-1-7. Just 1 minute in so far on the Deakin University match of the round.
Second quarter action out here between the Hawks and the Saints, as we await the kick in from South Belgrave, who are kicking towards the scoreboard end in this quarter. They head towards this broadcast side. No mark taken. Out the back is Georgia Grimmer, working her way up the ground. Of course, a key figure in this South Belgrave outfit. Key in their improvements over the last couple of seasons, and then making the grand final as well. As Pruden, one of those other players as well, was tackled by Emily Wellington, and umpire says, "Give it to me, I will ball it up." As Smith moves into position. Couldn't win that tap down for the Hawks. The Saints clear, head in the Flanagan direction, who's got Denny for company. Flanagan can't take clean possession. She might have dragged it in. No, she didn't. It's just going to be a ball up. Had a solid game. Has Shay Denny played, I think, in that rival premiership back in 2022, which was in Division 1 as well. Was definitely a member of that squad and has come to Boronia the last couple of seasons and has been key to their rise up the Premier Division ranks, as Smith took matters into her own hands. Kick was smothered, deflects to Brianna Lamb, who eventually got a handball away to Quirk. Quirk's handball searches for Smith, who is happy to lock it up at the edge of the square alongside Caitlin Hubbard.
Yeah, just on the arc of the square here, I would say it's about 60 metres to Josh there as well.
Oh, I agree.
I think it actually is a 50 arc down here, Boronia, which is good there. Rachel Quirk gets the kick on the arc down to the pocket end of the 50 arc. And she goes for a big fight, taken and a great grab. There, that was by Bromwich. She's, I would say, directly in front here on the 50 arc. Definitely will try past it, not backing herself. Goes for the pocket end, looking for Schmidtley. She's already kicked two goals for Boronia in this say of the game. Skipping this one up. Oh, here's the Hawks. Fulton, snap around the corner. Where will this sit? It might bounce through. It's a goal, I think. It is.
Fantastic.
Fulton with a snap around the corner. If we had a goal today, that would be a massive one. That is a huge goal there for the Hawks as well. Fulton kicks that one, and that currently moves the score to the Hawks in a 13-point lead at the moment. 3-2-20 plays South Belgrave 1-1-7. What a goal that was, Ali.
Yeah, sure was. And I'm going to give credit there to Rachel Quirk. They're setting it up from the outside and then having to go back inside the goal square. Great. That's all Rachel Quirk's goal there.
Clearance.
Efforts, I'm going to say there.
Skipper leading from the front. Her and Coney have well and truly been in the trenches. They're in this centre stoppage, which Smith won the tap down. There is Quirk tackling her opponent there. Might have been Langeveld, who's been South Belgrave's best player in that first quarter in particular, was everywhere defensively and in midfield as they cleared the congestion. Couldn't take clean possession, could Yates. Still found her teammate with a kick off the deck, who will nearly turn it over. Wellington decided to go off the deck. It deflected back to Smith. Coney, who's been prominent in midfield for the Hawks, a handball back to Neve. Dribbling ball will get inside forward 50, where Schmidley is up against two South Belgrave opponents who win out. Bone-crunching tackle on Dara there by Courtney Bramage, who has certainly been a good inclusion today for Boronia.
And that's one thing I love about Courtney's game is she won't allow anything easy for her opponents.
Certainly won't as she's around this footy here. Stark tackles her opponent there in Georgie Pruden, who has also had a good game. Will look to step it up as the tap down was won by Georgia Grimmer. Breaking free there was Tassie Mills. Got her handball away and the kick will head to this broadcast side wing. Bounced in favour Kearns. It does her teammate who's run down from behind and holding the ball free kick for the Hawks. Going to Neve.
How good is this pressure been?
It's been good.
From Boronia this quarter. It's definitely lifted. And that's probably why they're up at the moment by 13 points here. As South Belgrave looking to go into with Yates here. Getting this one up is Boronia. We have a push off, nothing called. South Belgrave go into a corridor sort of kick here. Prudent around this one, but same as Dean. And the pressure again by the South Belgrave defensive arc is really holding up here.
Ooh.
Getting around this one is South, and that's going to be another ball up. Just on the arc of the 50, just on an angle here. If you just joined us, it's Boronia 3-2-20 and South Belgrave 1-1-7. We've probably gone about 7 minutes in to the second quarter on the Deakin University match of the round down here at Tormore Reserve. Great to be back here on the balcony as well. Good to be here. And a high tackle, nothing called there. That should have been maybe a free kick, but Denny goes and gets this one. A Hawk player all on her own, and guess who that is? It's Rachel Kirk. Of course, got a massive game. She's got two big games today. She's got a massive game to get to, and I'm sure she's going to have a good say in this one. Bromwich gets this one, but intercepted for the Saints, Josh.
Being a Knox Raiders girl is Rachel Quirk, as well as Leah Saggimaggio as well. So
and that might have been taken by Santa Maggio, actually.
bang on cue right there.
They got their work cut today.
As they head to
Well, Knox look good at the moment, so
as they head, as this ball is in dispute. Extracted by Coney, who has open space, can go for broke. Jasmine Coney, will the bounce favour her?
that is in.
Fantastic, Jasmine Coney. And it is now out to 19 points here at Tormore Reserve. The Hawks 4-2-26 to South Belgrave 1-1-7. They've kicked the last 3 goals of this contest, Ellie Curlis.
Yeah, you know what? I'm loving all the reward from their defensive 50 in that first quarter has certainly paid off in this second quarter. I'm loving the way that they've got multiple options to the ball, and they're playing phenomenal footy right now.
They are.
And I'm just saying as well, when has it been in South Belgrave's attacking 50 today? So that's the question as well. They've been a dominant team, but it hasn't quite beaten there as much as they like, and that's going to be another ball up here, just on the arc of the square down here at Tormore Reserve.
Well, this is similar to what they did last week. They got off to a fast start and were able to stabilise. It'll be interesting to see if they build on this, Blake.
Well, 38 points last week against Park Orchard, so they know how to keep a side in. That was a good kick there. That was by Shay Denny. Picking this one up is South Belgrave, and Grimmer is tackled immediately by a few Hawks. And a tackle again laid, and it's going to be a ball up just on the arc of the 50. Probably a little bit of a slight angle, not too much here.
What I'm loving at the moment is that Boronia have got those extra numbers around the footy, and they've got that support. So, you know, the link up at the moment, they've, you know, it just makes it so much easier to get that footy inside forward 50.
Snap around the corner here, deep inside the Hawks. Attacking 50, and this one just rolls out just on the pocket. Boronia, and it's going to be a last touch rule. I think it's a ball up. I'm not sure.
No, last touch.
Yeah.
I know it's last touch across the entire ground for women's, and I think it might be different for 19s and reserves.
So that one, I don't know what's going on here.
I think it was off the ball, the free kick there, and it's going to go to Abby.
No,
Brown.
it was actually for a push in the back.
Okay. Thanks, Kate.
And Braun tucked up to the boundary. Looks to centre it, where there's plenty of Boronia numbers out the back. Vikov will eventually run on to it, dish it off to Dean. Dean to Stark, fumbled it at the wrong moment, still tapped it in front of her. Another opportunity presents itself for the Hawks, who are able to lock it in their attacking half.
I will say there was a bit happening off the ball, bit of the, not, I wouldn't say physicality, but just a little bit too much there in terms of that free kick being offered.
You mean a little bit of argy-bargy?
Oh, yeah, that's the word I was looking for there.
Ball up once again in the forward pocket for Boronia. Thumped down there by Foster. South Belgrave look to clear defensive 50 through Langeveld. Excellent today so far, the former officer player. Kick will not be picked up there by Yates. Presents an opportunity for the Hawks to once again move forward through Maddie Stark. In fact, that's Sophie Stark, her sister Maddie, playing in the Division 4 side earlier today. Too many Starks. we digress as this ball locked up on the far side wing. Of course, did have a pretty decent game, did Maddie Stark in that Div 4 side. And Sophie's having a good
Got
game.
the win as well. Good to see. Both Boronia sides playing good footy, and both sides playing finals footy, which is good to see. A clearance kick there. That was by Paige Dean. Getting this one up is the Hawks and Griffiths. Hand passes here. This is brilliant stuff here. Stark can kick the goal here. Finds her teammate here in Griffiths. Griffiths, this will be the icing on the cake. And it's through for a behind. Great ball movement by Boronia. Just couldn't get the result they really needed.
She just needed to take her time. She was in the clear. She only had teammates around, so a little bit more spatial awareness of where the opposition is, and she could have just lined it up a little bit better.
8:20 to go. Scoreboard reads Boronia 27, South Belgrave 7. A 20-point lead at the moment going to the Hawks. Quack with that Donaghy. Swings around. Who's going to try and get this one out? Really good stuff here. Good handballing pressure here. This can be a goal here.
Kick it.
And they got one out the goal. And there you go. Griffiths gets that one through. And Boronia get their fifth. And they move to 5-3-33 to South Belgrave. Wow, they're in a bit of trouble here. 1-1-7. We haven't seen this in a South Belgrave outfit in a long time, I would say.
No, certainly haven't. This is unbelievable from the Hawks out here today, Ellie.
Sorry, I could see that. It sure is. And I could see the open goal square wide open for Boronia, hence why I said kick it. But again, beautiful ball movement there by Boronia. And South Belgrave, they've got a bit of work to do at the moment.
They do. Hawks have all the running. Kicked the only 3 goals of this quarter and now the last 4 goals of this contest to rush out to a 26-point lead. As the tap down was won by the Saints there in Foster. Look to gain some territory, but once again the Hawks more fiercer at the contest, looking to win the ball, winning the ball more often, I should say, than South Belgrave, but they're not going to escape here. Dean was locked up, and we'll have another ball up as it's Dempster going up in ruck now against Foster. Another ball up will ensue. Forward of centre for South Belgrave. Out here at the beautiful new facilities of Tormore Reserve as Stark is at a good quarter. As I say that, her kick was cut off. On the broadcast side, half-back flank for South Belgrave, who look to send it to the wing where there's a big pack. Who will have the outnumber on the ground? It's Boronia in Dean, who was held without it. Has Lynch as a handball receive option. Decides to go short. where it was nearly cut off there by Prendergast. Instead, it's Boronia once again with the numbers, and they'll get this ball eventually through Neve, who handballed it off, and we'll get this ball back. Harriet Neve sets sail for goal! Misses, falls short, and through for a behind. Decent effort there from Harriet Neve. And
That
it's
was
Boronia
good.
5-4-34 to South Belgrave 1-1-7, and we've got 6 minutes left in this second quarter.
Nice defence by number 50, Marshall, for South Belgrave.
So that's going to roll out. It's going to be through. It's going to be a ball up here. Hasn't been in South Belgrave's attacking 50 though. The defence is really held up here. It's a very unlike South Belgrave outfit today. The Hawks are just really controlling this game from start to finish right now, which is approaching of half time here. Getting this one up is Foster. She does so. Not a great kick. Plenty of Hawks jumpers around this one. Trying to get this one up for the Hawks is Vikov. The Hawks getting around this one here. Vikov again. And finds her teammate in Griffiths, who's been everywhere this quarter.
They've just found such open space, Boronia. They're working so hard around the outside of the contest, Blake.
Oh, it's just been through the roof at the moment here. Griffiths can line up and kick Boronia's six of the day here. Can you believe it if Griffiths can line up and kick Boronia's 6, and that's going to drift to the left, and it's through for a behind here. So 5-5, 35, Boronia to South Belgrave. 1-1-7, 4.5 minutes into the second quarter, approaching the major break in halftime, Josh.
Saints go short.
It's unlike South Belgrave
No,
outfit.
it's not. No, I don't think we've ever seen this from South Belgrave, as they might have turned over the footy here. Bounce again, doesn't favour the Hawks, but Coney picks it up, handballs it off to Bramage, wheels on her ride, snap towards the goal square, will fall short, the mark was dropped, eventually picked up by Vikov, and thumped into goal, and that's a 6th of this contest, and a 4th in this second quarter for Boronia.
Well,
6-5-41 the Hawks, to South Belgrave 1-1-7. This is an unbelievable quarter of footy from the Boronia Hawks, Ellie.
I'm just loving it. I'm just loving the team effort right now there by Boronia. They're just, again, just the link up chain there. It's just.
It's also like, I don't know, like the questions you got to start asking is, you know, you got to win it out of the midfield, but the big grounds, maybe that could be the factor. I'm not sure.
Yeah, sorry, I lost my words for that, but yeah.
Team, just on a note, just be aware that South Belgrave so far this year has consistently come from 4 to 5 goals down to actually win. Yeah. So don't rule them out just yet.
Yeah, we're not, Kate. We're still trying to persist there. So back to the game. Mark taken, that was by Bromwich. And that might be a 25-metre free kick, and it is. And it's going to go, I reckon it's going to be centre in front here, 25 metres.
Just inside the arc, I'd say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fair 25.
You're on the ball here, Ali. That is a fair 25. That is.
Bang on target there again.
You've been good with the arcs today, Ali.
You have.
I have been doing a bit of practice, of course. So.
Very good to see. And trying to get this one out. This would be Boronia's 7th for the day. Can you believe it? Go umpire is struggling. He's moving. Doesn't move. And that's another one for the Hawks. What is going on here? Boronia have kicked another one here. 7-5 for the Hawks here. And South Belgrave 1-1-7. This is unheard of from South Belgrave.
From an individual side of things, and Ryan and I called and Kate, we were at the Park Orchard South Croydon game, which was a good display of footy. From an individual side of things, this is one of the best quarters. This is one of the better brands of the Premier Division, and you can see why they're set to play finals this year, are the Hawks, as Foster won it down, trying to will her side forward. Ball not going anywhere. It is extracted out by Lamb to Coney, but it's going to be a ball up. This is unbelievable, the brand that the Hawks, that Sean Bunkle has got them playing, as the Saints look to clear the congestion. There's going to be a holding the ball free kick, though, paid to Boronia, and it's going to go to Indiana Mackay. Of course, as mentioned, the former Casey Demon and the former Warragul Industrials player heads to the right half forward flank, where Bramage was taken high in the end. The Port Melbourne Star at the right half forward flank is Bramage. will look to head inside forward 50 to a big pack, which is formed. Schmidley's out the back. She hasn't even kicked a goal this quarter as Cad Schmidley, I should say. As clearing this is Lucy Prendergast. Eventually running onto it will be Caitlin Hubbard. Her handball was there, and Stark couldn't take clean possession. Hubbard just decided, I'm going off the deck and clearing defensive 50. Not for long, though, because Stark got the ball there from Neve. And there's going to be a free kick paid to South Belgrave. With a minute left in this first half, Blake, they trail by 40 points through the Saints.
This is incredible stuff here by the Hawks. A 3-0-0 quarter for the Hawks. They've really controlled this game, probably even more. I don't know. Here it is on my little stat sheet I've got here. Good clearance again. They're doing that terrifically here. Braun can have this say as well. Finds her teammate. Can they kick a goal before the end of half time? And that's going to be through from behind. So 7-6-48 to South Belgrave. Well, it's getting it to the pointy end of this game where they need a lift. And it's 1-1-7. We're about 10 seconds to go to halftime on the Deakin University match of the round here at Tormore Reserve. Short kick here. Geez, I think Shane Mason was saying some words here. And that will do it for halftime down here at Tormore Reserve. It's Boronia, 7-6-48 to South Belgrave, 1-1-7. Geez, what a quarter there by the Hawks here. We're going to take a short break, and after this, we're hoping South Belgrave can come back in this second half here to make it a really good contest. But Boronia doing all the boxes at the moment. We'll be back straight after this.
Welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round, live from Tormore Reserve. Boronia, after a 5-0 second term lead, 7-6-48 to South Belgrave, 1-1-7. Josh Wardy alongside Blake Tennant, Ali Curlis, Kate Green on the boundary as well. And Blakey, we're going to throw to you because you've got some scores around the grounds in the senior women's
comp. I do as well. So South Croydon got a 10-point lead. What a day it is down at Chengeron today.
Oh, massive
It'll
day.
be buzzing. I feel sorry. You might have to walk around 3 kilometres to get a car spot there. Park Orchard's 85 to Whitehorse 0. And if you're just on this game, it's Boronia 48-7, as you mentioned, Josh. Down to First Division. Park. Didn't score. East Ringwood 80. Baldwin 10. Knox 8. And then Murrelbach, they're doing Murrelbach things at the moment, 37-1.
You seem to have a pep in your step after that Surrey Park score.
Heathmont 46, Kilsyth 6. Montrose lead by a point over Blackburn, 22-21. Top of the ladder clash. I think whoever wins that will get the minor premiership. And
particularly for Montrose, they get the double chance, especially if, particularly if Waverley Blues didn't win earlier today as well, which it was somewhat expected. But continue, Blake, before we get stuck into this third quarter.
South Croydon 55, Vermont 6 as well. No goal between Churnside and Berwick. North Ringwood lead 21-2. Nothing for the rest of the game. And then we move to Division 4. Boronia won this morning. Wanty South won 74-2. Warrandyte lead 18-0. And to call in this start of this third quarter is Josh Moore.
Can Boronia build on a 41-point advantage out here? After, as mentioned, a 5-0 second term, it's the Saints who go forward first. Trying to steal it away there was Foster, but it will be a ball up. Stark of the Sophie variety. Got possession of the footy, and it's another ball up as Smith with the backwards tap. It favoured South Belgrave, though, who got the kick away, searching for Olivia Flanagan, who, like most of the South Belgrave side, will look to step it up in this second half if they are to come from behind, which is a tall order with the Hawks holding a 41-point advantage. But Flanagan heads inside forward 50, going to be a last touch rule.
Update from the coaches from half-time for Boronia. Really pleased with their work rate and the team's willingness to give the ball to other players that are in a better position. Sean summed it up as the season's come together for the girls, for all that they've worked for. It's coming together.
As Foster heads inside forward 50. Sorry, Cade, we'll cut you off there. Was there anything from South Belgrave's side of things?
Yes, there was. Need more one-on-one pressure. Also, additional second layer of pressure needed. They need to get back to their style of footy, whole team effort, because everybody's lagging at the moment. And just to have belief that they can do this. They've done it before. They can do it again.
As clearing defence was Rachel Quirk, is around this footy. Getting boot to ball there was Charlie Wing. Kick will be cut off by Cleo Smith. Heads in the Schmidley direction. Taps it out of bounds and was picked up very cleanly there by one of the, maybe an injured South Belgrave player or a South Belgrave assistant coach. As there's a Saint down. We'll keep a close eye on that one. It's not something you like to see, as we'll have a ball up right in front of their coach's box, Blake.
Yeah, not looking good here.
Yeah, it was a heavy collision there.
Yeah, it was Smidley's head to the chin of the South Belgrave.
Well, Smidley's in the hands of the trainers at the moment. I'm no doctor, so we'll get back to that one very shortly as we're on the arc of the 50. As they get the kick and the mark intercepted by South Belgrave and Kearns.
Rather the protocols, just make sure everything's okay.
Just to be safe, with, of course, head knocks, it's a massive danger nowadays, Blake.
Yes, it is. You got to take very severe caution with head knocks as well. It's a 21-day process, so just rule them out. Like if they can't respond, that's where you got to pull the line. As we go out here, got the kick. This one's going to roll out. Getting there first would be Langfeld. Finds Lynch, of course, coming to the Hawks from Bayswater, playing that marvellous grand final that she was probably, I would say, in their best players, Bayswater. As that one goes, Cairns. And this is good ball movement by the Hawks. Controlled this in the second quarter, kicked a lot of goals here. Got the hand pass. This is really good here. They're going to roll out. They're sort of on the arc of the second circle. And that's going to be a holding free kick. And that's going to go to Boronia as well. So looks like the player for that one will be Bromwich.
Bromwich.
Yep.
You don't want to be getting ill-disciplined as well if you're South Belgrave. But good effort there from Courtney Bramage.
As a short kick, centre of the ground down here at Tormore Reserve. Mark taken. That was by Lamb. Just slowing things down, Boronia. I think they can really control this game. They can start to slow things, look for their targets a bit easier here. Quirk as well. She just gets the hand pass here. They can give it back to her if they really want to.
Right.
But they go to the pocket end, deep inside the forward 50 of Boronia. Well done there. That was superb stuff there by South Belgrave. Kearns there. Goes with a short kick. And they're going to go to the centre of ball. Dangerous sort of kick here. The Hawks have got plenty of numbers, but same to South Belgrave. They get a kick, centre of the ground. 2 Hawks, 2 Saints jumpers. Lynch involved, gets the kick. She does so. Looking for a teammate. Couldn't fly. Tackled immediately. Plenty of Hawks jumpers around this one. There's probably 3 and a holding free kick, and it's going to go to Boronia, Josh.
And it's going to go to Clara Vikov, who has certainly provided a presence in attack.
Oh, jeez.
I think was best on ground last week in the Hawks' 15-point victory over South Belgrave. Heads inside forward 50. Saints should have the numbers. It falls short of the 50 arc. It'll be snapped around the corner by Mehigan. And it dribbles out of bounds. Nearly a touch there for our boundary rider, Kate Green, but it's going to be a free kick to Cleo Smith. Who'll look to go short again to Vikov. Went over the top of her head. Kearns, handball away to Langeveld. Again, been good today for the Saints. Shrugged off one tackle, got Boots a ball.
Great tackle.
To Dara, and it is a great tackle, but it'll be just the ball up, and it'll be right near the Boronia coach's box. On this broadcast side, right in front of us, as Smith won it down. The Hawks, 3 hands, look to clear the congestion once again. Can't. Applying the tackle there was Neve. Of course, on Port Melbourne's VFLW list, has played the 2 VFLW games this season with the Borough. As Foster won it down. Kearns starting to have a bit more of an impact in this quarter. As I say that, she turned it over to Shay Denny. As mentioned, the former Oval Premiership player sold the candy to Santa Maggio and headed to Rachel Quirk. Looks inside forward 50. Has Fulton on a lead. Heads in that direction. Evades her, might eventually get this footy. It's her teammate who does in need. Handballed it off to Bramage. Bramage has a handball option over the top in Griffiths, who was lively in that quarter. Griffiths got it to Lamb, who nails the goal, and it is now out to 47 points out here at Tormore Reserve. 8-6-54 the Hawks. The South Belgrave 117. That's 6 goals in the second and third term, and now 7 on the trot for the Hawks. Ali Curlis.
Yeah, Lamb absolutely loved that one. As soon as it got off the brew, she had the celebration happening already. So, and again, great start there for Boronia, and just the way that they worked it through our broadcast side to work it through again. Great passage of play.
The ball
Injury update.
So, yeah, go on, Kate.
Okay, Schmidley has been cleared to return to the last few
you're
minutes.
breaking up. Sorry, Kate. So, yeah, that's better. Yep.
Schmidley's returned to the field in the last few minutes, and Wing is awaiting a further assessment for South Belgrave.
Thank you, Kate.
We'll update later.
Just on the pocket down here, the forward arc. Bit of a push there. That was by Foster. Where's this one going to be situated here? On the pocket end. Fulton, and that's going to be holding the ball, slow holding the ball. Josh Ward thought it was a holding the ball.
Thought it was a throw, actually.
Yeah, I think it was a throw. I just go with holding the ball.
Marshall, just on the wing down here at Tormore Reserve. Gets the head pass. A lot of Hawks jumpers. Where's this one going to roll? South Belgrave got the time, got the kick. Got numbers around this one. Just dodging around this one. Quirk involved. And here come Boronia. They can go for the old 1-2, but Carney gets this one here. Quirk involved here. Got a lot of Saints jumpers. Flanagan tried to get her around there. Mark taken. That was good grab there. That was by Foster.
Great lead there by Foster. She was like, give that to me. That's mine.
I think they're a bit tired here, South Belgrave. If you saw that Foster moving here, big round, of course. Down here at Tormore, of course, they've played at South Belgrave where it isn't the biggest of grounds, let's face it here.
Well, I was going to say you could almost fit 2 of South Belgrave onto one of Tormore.
As the mark is taken, and they're going to go to the centre corridor kick here. But this is where South Belgrave can go here. Does the hand pass. They go to the teammates there in Langfeld. They've got one-on-ones down here. Nothing doing, putting Boronia jumpers. The defence is really holding up really well here. And tackle to Melee. It's going to be ball up, Josh.
Wright was locked up there by Olivia Flanagan. And just inside the arc on a 60-degree angle. Tapped down one by Foster. Coney ran onto it, has been excellent in midfield today. Dished it off to Wright. Wright has an option down the line in Vikov. It'll evade her. She keeps it in play. And it'll go out of bounds. And Kate Green in the action there. Nearly one touch, Kate Green, but and nearly a bone-crunching tackle on her there as well.
I'll take a rain check on playing football down here. I'll stick to my my rowing. A little bit too aggressive for me.
As Coney gets away from the stoppage, heads near forward 50. Schmidley, the bounce favoured her, handballs it off to Fulton, who can stream into an open goal and miss to the right. Under a bit of pressure, maybe had a bit more time on her hands, Ellie.
Yeah, I was going to say, had quite a bit, just that open space she had. And look, another point, but would have loved to see a bit more composure on that kick there.
Yes, indeed. Boronia get a score, but we haven't seen a score since South Belgrave since the first quarter. Remarkable scenes down here at Tormore Reserve. And that's going to be a holding free kick, and it's going to go to South Belgrave. That kick there was superb there by Santa Medigio. Just on the outer wing where we are right now. And a tackle was laid, and it's going to be another ball up here. It's on the outer wing. Terrific conditions today. Great weather as well. Considering we are in July, we're approaching that spring sort of season.
I think we are in August.
August.
Now,
My bad. It's the first day of August. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. That's probably the blooper that we'll get on, I reckon. Let's boss this around this ball. First day of August. Wow.
But the last month of winter.
Yeah. So, smiggly around this one.
We've got some content for inside.
That's a blooper right there.
As they go inside, centering ball here. The Saints have got numbers around this one. Georgie Pruden trying to find her teammate Erin Peters. Peters tackled immediately. That will be holding the ball. It is. No signal for Josh Ward. He's usually good with the holding the balls decisions, but nothing called. Peters.
You're full of the giggles there.
So Peters can go inside the attack here. We're having too much fun up here.
Yeah, we are.
As Lynch takes an intercept mark, taken for the Hawks here.
Oh, dear.
I was so distracted. Mind you, I thought it was still July as well.
Ali's on the ball today. She's been really solid today.
She is.
Tackle immediately. It's going to be holding the ball, and it's going to go to the Hawks, Josh.
I think it might have been a high free kick to Paige Dean there, but it is at the right half-back flank. 8 minutes left in this third quarter. And the Hawks hold an 8-goal advantage as Dean goes short.
Nice mark.
Neve, as mentioned, the Port Melbourne VFRW listed player. Has it on the far side wing. As he goes down the line. Schmidley couldn't take a clean grab.
Love that connection between those two.
In fact, she's going to be painted. Heads in the Bramage direction. Floating in from the side was Pruden. Nearly completed the grab. Handballed it away. Foster high up and under kick. Mark job there by Cochrane. Smith around this. Thumping the kick away are the Saints. Still on the wing on the far side of Tormore Reserve where Dean is. Got a handball away and will look to break this pack. Can't. And another ball up. Once again, centre wing, far side of Tormore Reserve. Just the one goal this quarter after Boronia kicked 5 in the second term alone to rush out to a now 48-point lead. It was 41 at the half as getting root to ball there was Emerson Watt. Picking up the ball there will be eventually Ashley Foster. Inside forward 50, she goes. No mark taken by Denny. Flanagan's out the back. She's dangerous. Got the handball away. An opportunity presents itself for South Belgrave, but they can't escape. They might be afforded one here, though, through Caitlin Hubbard.
That was an easy as you like, unfortunately, there for South Belgrave.
She looks to hit up a target short. The mark spilt there. That was by Mills. Denny tries to break 2 tackles. Ball up late.
Geez, they missed an opportunity there, didn't they, Ali?
Yeah, they sure did. And you know what? The way that even just through the middle there for South Belgrave, I would have loved to take it on from that situation, as they may get an opportunity here.
Yes, and that's going to drift out. It'll be a Boronia free kick, but that was easy. That was an easy sort of moment, unfortunately.
Well, those are the opportunities you've got to take, especially in this point of the game where you got to get some scoring going on the board. You can't hesitate. You may as well just go for it.
Yes, and they've got to take their opportunities. They haven't scored a goal since quarter time, I would say. So, yeah, it's unlike South Belgrave. And this one, I think that might have been out of bounds. That was out of bounds.
I was just thinking that.
It's going to be a ball up.
That was definitely out of bounds. So, just starting to get some ascendancy.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, because we know they've got the firepower on the attacking sort of arc here. So, and I just don't know if it's the bigger ground. I don't know if that is coming factor. That's a stupid question you would say. Yeah,
it probably is the bigger ground factor. But equally, as Sean Bunkle said, it's everything coming together for Boronia, and it feels like today in the last couple of weeks, it really has. And they're not going to get a double chance, but at this rate, they're still going to enter finals with a lot of confidence and playing on a big ground too in H.A. Parker.
Well, Parker, we're up 85-0, so it looks like the Sharks will get the double chance here. A hand pass laid here, plenty of South Belgrave jumpers tackled here. It's going to be a ball up. So what is that Parker just score? Because I think they just automatically jump over.
Well, it's 108-0, but they're 2 games behind South Belgrave at the moment. But they do play the Eastern Devils, and South Belgrave do have South Croydon next week. So with their stronger percentage, South Belgrave, it almost is a must win next weekend for the Saints. Well, Park Orchard superior percentage, Blake.
And that's going to be a holding free kick.
I think this time of the year, it's all about the momentum into the season. I think for South Belgrave, even though we've still got three and a bit minutes left in this last quarter, you want to finish off strongly because no matter what, you still even with the margins and that come into it, you want to finish it off strongly.
You do.
Yeah. And South Belgrave just on the strain of the end here of their forward arc here. And it's going to be a ball up. So we're probably, I'll take now, I'm going to say this right now. I think we're probably 35 metres out from South Belgrave's attacking goal. Do you agree with me, Ali?
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
There you go. So there you go. So finally got one today. As we're plenty of South Belgrave jumpers in the stop around the corner here. That's going to be through for a behind.
Injury update on number 13 for South Belgrave. She remains under trainer assessment, just wanting to ensure that there's no untoward or signs and symptoms of concussion at this point.
It'll be Zoe Lynch kick out duties. 3 minutes left, third quarter. And it is Boronia 8-7-55 leading South Belgrave 1-8. Their first score since the opening term for the Saints, and it's unfortunately for them just a minor one as Sophie Stark's out the back. Wheels onto her left, heads in the Fulton direction. Flew couldn't complete the grab. Will look to follow up, but doing well there is Prendergast. Got it to Kearns. Kearns goes inboard where she's got a loose player there in centre. Maggio couldn't complete the grab. Now up against Quirk. Quirk somehow got a handball away to Coney, who has done really well today. Can't escape the tackle there from South Belgrave, and another ball up.
With regards to what you guys were saying, South Croydon's on 44 points, South Belgrave 40, Park Orchard, they're only going to pick up 8 points with their win today and potentially their win next week, Park Orchard. So that still puts them behind South Belgrave.
Oh, no, I think South Park Orchards are on 32 points and have a stronger percentage. So if South Belgrave lose next week, and like they are today, they look set to lose today, it puts them in a very dangerous position of again, finishing outside that top two, which is so crucial come to finals time.
But it still puts them 2 points ahead of Park Orchards, though.
As Zoe Lynch is on kick-out duties. This ball will be picked up by Olivia Flanagan, dribbles it towards the pocket. It'll be a last touch possession. I'm pretty sure South Belgrave are on 40 and Park Orchards are on 32 points. So it's Boronia that's the side that's on 30 points at the moment, because they had the draw earlier in the season with North Ringwood. So
yeah, that's correct. But with Park Orchards picks up 4 points today, and they're up against Eastern Devils next week. So that still puts them 2 points below South Belgrave if they don't win against South Croydon next week.
As Boronia clear the congestion, we've got a minute left, Blake.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit distracted.
Yeah, we are, just a little bit.
Back to the game, I reckon. As the umpire will throw this ball up here. And getting this one out is Coney. Coney will go to the centre wing. Mark's taken there. That was by Fulton.
She's been good today, Jemima Fulton.
Yeah,
I've loved her role, actually.
It looks like there's a play down for South Belgrave down the end there. So sure we'll get Kate Green to assist that one as Fulton goes towards the centre of the ground here. This ball's just going to have an unlikely sort of unorthodox sort of bounce here. Griffiths around this one, tackled immediately. It's going to be a ball up. 10 seconds to go on this Deakin University match of the round here. And it looks like the Hawks will have a strong, commanding lead heading into the final quarter here. At the moment, it's 8-7-55 to South Belgrave, 139. The music's pumping. It's party time for the Boronia Footy Club women's game here, and they have a strong lead. We'll be back straight after this.
Welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round. Boronia 8-7-55 leading South Belgrave 139. Josh Ward alongside Blake Tennant, Ellie Curlis and Kate Green. And we might hopefully cross down shortly to Kate Green, who is at the South Belgrave huddle. But we'll go through some scores pretty shortly. In fact, we'll go through some scores now. Blakey, take us away.
Yes, South Croydon got a good lead, 43-25. Park Orchard's got a big lead at the moment, 99 points up at the moment. I think they might need to change some microphones. I think you can hear them outside.
Yeah, well, we'll go down boundary side. We've got Kate Green alongside Shane Mason.
Shane, it's been a really tough 3 quarters this game, but you're not giving up there. You mentioned in the huddle with the girls that they need to up their pressure at contrast, pressure in their setup early, play. Every person on the team has got to play their role, and they really need to get to the ball, share it, shift it, and move it forward. How are you feeling otherwise for where you are at the moment? I know the scoreboard's not pleasant, but how is the team and you feeling forward as we go into the finals in a week, just in a bit over a week's time?
Oh, to credit, they're playing really well. Just the way they're in the ball, we go dominant. So we just got to.
Sorry,
Normal
Kate.
Game.
You're breaking up a bit, Kate. Sorry. We might call back. Sorry. Fortunately, the mic's not reaching. Unfortunately, Kate, I'm really sorry about that one. So we might get back to the game here. If you just joined us, Boronia 55, South Belgrave 9 on the Deakin University match of the round. Marks taken. That was by Flanagan. Kate, you good? You
Well, guys.
No, I can't.
Yeah, it's cutting a little bit in and out at the moment.
Sorry, Kate. Sorry. Really sorry.
How about now?
That's a bit better. We'll throw down to you now, Kate.
Okay, Sean, you're going to have to move towards me. Just with what we were discussing, where are you feeling with the girls? Like, I know the scoreboard's horrific, but where are you with the girls at the moment with, a week away from finals?
Oh, we just got to play this game out, go back to our normal style of play, try and keep possession, work for each other. That's what Boronia are doing. The way they're sharing the ball has been fantastic. So we just got to try and work out, play every contest and then see what happens.
You're always the team that you might be down, but you're never out, and we know to never underestimate you. Do you feel that you've still got that spirit going ahead?
Oh, yeah, I think the girls know what they need to do. It's just, but it's a good learning curve for everybody. So, yeah, we take learnings out of it, and that's how we can just get better.
As Southam comes in.
Thanks very much there, Sean. All the best for the rest of this game and into the last game of the season and finals.
Thank you, cheers.
Falls short, does that kick for Southam, but it'll be intercepted here for the Saints, who immediately turn it over. Brianna Lamb. Lamb goes with a short kick in the Hannah Griffiths direction. Had a good final 3 quarters of this game as the VFLW listed player. Heads to another VFLW player in Courtney Barrage, who has open space. Heads inside forward 50 where she's got a one-on-one. Mark dropped there by the Saints. It's Brian who applies the tackle. Ball up. Great transition from Boronia. And another opportunity presents itself. Thanks there to Kate Green alongside Shane Mason on the boundary as well, as we're right in front of the big sticks for Boronia. The Saints cleared though, might be temporarily, as running onto it will be Dean. She's had a good second half. Schmidtley applies the tackle on Georgie Pruden, and we will have yet another ball up.
I love the run that Hannah Griffiths took there before, connected up with Bromwich really well there.
She did, as Flanagan got a handball away. It's Kearns. She's had her moments today on South Belgrave debut, but she's going to be pinged here by Schmidtley, who lit it up in the first quarter. Don't think she's kicked a goal since then, has Schmidtley.
Don't believe so, but the way that she's been doing the work off the ball has been great to watch. She's been a great target.
Has been. Goes inside forward 50. Bramage forced the contest. Will look to pick up this ground ball. Can't pick it up cleanly. It's the Saints who turned it over in a very, very dangerous spot. They handball to Vikov. Wheels onto her left and kicks it indeed.
There you go.
And
Beautiful
that is
finish.
the 9th for the Hawks. 9-7-61 Boronia to South Belgrave 139, and we've only played 3.5 minutes here. It's beyond 50 points the margin, Ellie, in this Deakin Uni match of the round.
Yeah. Sure is, and Blake is nodding his head. We both agree.
Yeah. I'm a commentator that likes to, make sure this game's still going, but I think it's done.
Do we want some scores?
Yeah, go for
Why
it.
not?
Knox lead Baldwin 26-22,
Jeez, that's a
and
big one.
Moorbark lead 46-1 over the
That's an
Basin.
upset. Div 2, quickly.
Upset brewing.
Potential upset brewing in Division 2. Montrose were leading at three-quarter time against Blackburn, 43-27.
Go D's.
And Heathmont lead 75-6 over Kilsyth.
Blake's happy about that one.
Yes. Well, I think whoever wins that one gets the double chance, which is vital.
And probably the minor premiership as well.
Yeah. So this one's going to roll out at the moment, skipping this one up for the Hawks. That was by Lev. She's having a good say as well. I reckon for the last 5 minutes, I might throw it up. Well,
Yeah.
For our votes on who will get the best on ground for today's game. So start thinking about that, people.
Just touching on some Division 3 scores. No update from Churnside Park, Berwick. North Ringwood Red, 41 lead. Coldstream 8 out of Quamby Reserve as well.
Saints playing good footy.
Playing excellent footy there. Div 3 and Div 5 sides set to play finals, and their Premier side, in the end, just falling short. A great season all around.
Would be amazing seeing all three North Ringwood sides in finals.
It'll happen
That'd be
eventually.
nice.
Yeah.
It will happen eventually because there's a lot of talent coming through North Ringwood.
They're on the way up, which
They
is
are.
great to see.
As Quirk gets a kick out. And the tackle is laid. This one's going to roll out. It's going to be a free. No, just a ball up. Just on the pocket down here.
We do have some Division 4 scores. I think you mentioned the Wanturna South victory over Bayswater, 74-2. And Warren died 46, lead the Eastern Devils Black 0. And I think Templestowe were leading only just against Wanturna South out of Walker Reserve. 21-19, the Dockers lead.
There you go.
Nice close game there.
Yes, always good seeing close games. Good to see.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing the song as well after the
Oh,
game.
this is going to be fun.
There's a function behind us here, so I'm not sure if they will play it. So, as a tackle
Surely.
laid by Smithley. And a hair pass there. That was by Bromwich.
I believe it's their president's lunch today
Yes.
here at Boronia. So
Yes, it's good to see. 150 people, I got told by Wayne. Terrific job from Boronia. As this one's going to roll out, it's going to go to Zoe Wright. She gets it on the boot, on the pocket here. This one's deep inside the pocket. This might just roll. This is a big win, by the way.
it is.
Just for Boronia's belief that they can challenge the best. You know, they've been around it, definitely for sure. They beat Park Orchards, of course, last week. They're about to beat South Belgrave. This is a massive belief, isn't it, Ali, heading into a big September push here?
I'm excited. Watching them play the first time today, I'm really excited what they're going to be able to do. And I think for me, obviously we've still got quite a bit time left in this game. But for me, it's all about their pressure and the way that they can connect down into their forward line.
And they've got forward options too, which is very handy for a side heading into September.
As they look to head inside forward 50 through Dempster. Got a handball away to Dean. Again, has been excellent. And it has been a really great team effort today from Boronia. And that second quarter in particular, that was some of the more exciting Premier Division footy I've seen. And we've seen sides like Park Orchards, South Croydon, now Boronia and South Belgrave. And that was quite exciting to see that brand of footy being played as Bramage took the mark in the right forward pocket. And she's going to be vital. As she plays next week, she'll qualify for finals, and it'd be quite big as Schmidley couldn't take the mark. Ball bounces around, snap around the corner from Vikov. Was a touch? Oh. It was eventually by Ashley Marshall.
Looks good off the hand, just a touch there by South Belgrave.
I think it was initially touched, but it's just a minor score. 8 minutes gone, 12 minutes left in this game, and it is Boronia 9-8-62 to South Belgrave 1-39, Blake.
Yes, it is. Onto the pocket here. Boronia can start celebrating. 2 wins today in their girls program. It is definitely a very good program for years to come, I reckon, down here at Tormore. The new facilities, that could also drag some players and some top-end talent to Boronia as well. I feel like it happens in all clubs. If you get great state-of-the-art facilities and great directions, it could lead to players wanting to come to your club, which is what you want. So
it's all about networking at the end of the day as well. Obviously with Sean and Courtney Broomage as well. both of them knowing each other really well, as they said pre-game. But it's those type of factors that can sort of factor in what makes a great club.
And a lot of VFLW talent, which is which is
Well,
so crucial now.
Well, they've got 5 VFL players playing today, and I think they've got 8 altogether.
Which is not bad. Quite handy to have.
Probably it's up there as the most, I reckon.
Team, I appreciate the discussion, but can we give some respect to the team that teams that play at the moment?
You're breaking up. Sorry, Kate.
I'm just saying that can we get back to calling the game, please? We need to give them the same respect of calling the game, even though it's done and dusted, please.
Yep, okay. Yep, as Smidley has this ball. And this one's going to, on the angle here for Boronia. So, can Smidley kick her third of the day? She kicked the first 2 goals of this contest. She can line up and kick her 3rd goal of the day today. She lines up. It's going to the left, but there's plenty of players, jumpers around the side. It's going to roll out through from behind. So moves the score to 9-9-63 to South Belgrave 139. 10 minutes to go in the final quarter. South Belgrave, got to give them credit. Even though it's been a tough game, but still, they'll still be around it this year. So we're not being one-sided, I don't think, today. I think we gave both teams their flowers, and both of these teams will be there in September about. So I don't know what that comment was about. So as they line up Boronia, they do so with Bromwich. She can line up, put the icing on the cake. She does so. And again, that moves the score to 10-9-69 to South Belgrave 139. 9.5 minutes to go in this last quarter. 10
goals. You wouldn't have thought of that heading into this contest. The last time these two met, it was, and South Belgrave would have had a lot out since that day, but it was 6 points in favour of South Belgrave, and they kicked 9-2. Boronia, I think it was 7-8 they kicked in the end. So it just shows how far Boronia have come. And South Belgrave, to their credit, have fought this game out, Ali, but Boronia have come a fair way.
Yeah, they sure have. And I think for South Belgrave, look, I think there's been patches where as that ball just gets intercepted there.
Yeah.
But I think for now, they've just got to slow the footy down.
Yeah, they do. And they have done that well in this second half. I think it's only 2 or 3 goals they've conceded. They've done well, have the Saints to restrict the damage any further, as this ball now on the far side wing. Vikov has been excellent today. She's certainly in contention for the best on ground, has provided a presence, as have pretty much all of these Boronia players as well. And South Belgrave had some great players. Lauren Langeveld, that first quarter was excellent, and she's fought her heart out today, as is Ashley Foster, who applies the tackle here on Smith, and Dean locks up Jasmine Cochrane. And it's certainly got a lot of potential, a lot of players to come back in. Nikki Cormack will eventually find some form. She's a terrific player. And Olivia Flanagan showed flashes of brilliance as well, as the Saints looked to clear the congestion, and kick was smothered. Watt got it to Bramage, who tried to bustle her way through. She's in calculations for best on ground, I reckon, Courtney Bramage.
Yeah, we need to start, I reckon, organising who the interview is, which player.
I reckon we do go for Bramage, who has been good today. As Quirk with the one hand somehow got boots a ball, but it'll be intercepted here, and in turn intercepted by Neve, who's been excellent in defence for the Hawks, and I think kicked a couple of goals as well. Heads inside forward 50. Bounce favours Bramage, who dashes away onto her right, kicks it out of bounds on the full. Ambitious, but certainly worthwhile from Courtney Bramage, and it's going to be an out of bounds on the full free kick to the Saints, Blake.
Well, that's Courtney's class there. Look, even though she didn't get the kick there, she took the game on.
Yeah, I think it's solid performances along the day. So yeah, but it's a big win, and they're up at the moment by 60 odd points at the moment. A big win here for them. They're going to head into a big September push. Both sides will be there. But Boronia, they know they can challenge South Belgrave. Well, they've got to win next week to earn themselves that double chance, given the best chance that they can get heading into a big finals push, because obviously they made the grand final last year, and I'm sure they can still do some damage. It just hasn't been their day today. And that's going to be a hold in the ball. It's going to go to Hubbard.
got an update from Knox Gardens Reserve. It's 2 points in favour of Baldwin with 2 minutes left in the last quarter.
They've answered right there on the bell pretty much.
Pretty much,
the
yeah.
Tigers of old, you can say.
They're strong and they're bold. Not like the Richmond Tigers.
Oh, ease up, mate. Come on. Anyway, as we're getting around, snapping kick there. Out the back here, who's going to get the one out here? With Prudent gets this one. Tackled immediately, and that's going to be a ball up.
Any opportunity.
I know, but you got to admit, your club isn't great too. You haven't won anything.
Yeah,
Let's not talk about it.
Anyway, as we go back to the game, there's a mark intercepted. That was by Mackay.
And I think it's Cecilia Baldassare who's kicked 2 in the last quarter as well for the Tigers. 3 for the game as well.
So they could be remaining undefeated, which is great to see from this Bowen outfit. As this one's going to be hand pass. And Boronia can kick another one with Stark. And it's through from behind. So needs to score to 10-10, 70 to South Belgrave. 1-3-9, 5 and a bit minutes in to this final quarter, Josh.
It looks like it might be Langeveld on kick-out duties. Again, I reckon she's been South Belgrave's best player, Langeveld. In fact, it's Prendergast who heads to the pocket. Mark spilt there by Marshall. Is it going to be a ball up? It will be. It was touched in the end from one of the more experienced players in this South Belgrave side. And we'll have it thrown up in the left forward pocket about, I would say about 30-35 metres out from Boronia's goals as they get another opportunity here to add another. Coney, she's been excellent today as well, Jasmine Coney.
Yeah,
her work in midfield.
I think she, if I had to do votes today, unfortunately, we're not. But she'll be up there in my interview conversation. But I'll let you guys decide. I'm not doing it.
I reckon we do go for Coney. You're right. She does deserve one. She's been excellent for Boronia today.
I'm going to throw you two under the bus. Who you think?
Of course.
Sorry, guys.
As is the norm. It's South Belgrave clear the goal square. It'll be cut off here by Watt. Handled it off to Stark. Kick was smothered. Applies the tackle to Stark and Emerson Watt. Another ball up. Directly in front of the uprights for Boronia. As it's tapped there by the Hawks. Locked up there was Georgie Pruden, who has had her moments today as one of the leaders of this South Belgrave side. On cue is locked up by Jasmine Coney, and we'll have another ball up. 3.5 minutes left.
I have to admit, I have been impressed with Coney, just the way that she's been working as that's her holding the ball there. But
on Jasmine Coney as well.
Yeah. But I've been impressed with Jazz's game.
Are you leaning towards her?
I reckon we go with Jasmine Coney.
Win you across. There you go. As play resumes.
You did well there, Blake.
Centre wing. Brilliant day, I must admit, today. I don't think there's been a cloud in the sky all day. As Boronia go inside 50 yet again here. Out the back, it just might roll through. And you don't really see sunny days at Tormore, don't you?
No, you don't. But I bet you're looking forward to it because I know you're on the boundary out at Seabeck.
Yes.
Later on for the Eastland match of the round.
Yes.
Top of the table, Premier Division clash, Roval and East Ringwood.
So don't leave us as well. You can have a little 2-hour break or an hour break and then you can hear us again. So don't leave your couch if you're watching from home. I will do that. Super Saturday. With our Fox Footy, just jump it on YouTube on me for now. And
exactly.
You can strap yourself in on the couch.
What more could you want? You don't need to watch St Kilda, Sydney or Hawthorn, North Melbourne in the AFL.
You can listen to us.
But of course, there is an important AFLW game. Australia against Ireland.
Yes, yes, at 4:15, I think it is.
Believe that is.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a high free kick paid to Cleo Smith, Blake.
It'll be a very important game as well. So
it will be.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how that all goes down, which is good as the Hawks in Cleo Smith can go inside 50 for the Hawks. Foster around this. Geez, look at this. He puts the burners on here and not the greatest hand pass, but still she can try to get this on up. She does so, tackled, and it might be a ball up. Just a good look at this one here on the balcony. Looking over the mountains today, great to see as well. As they get a clearance kick to Boronia. This one's going to bounce and sit, hopefully going in a Boronia direction. Minute to 40 left to go in the last quarter, so I think we're going to go with Jasmine Coney for the interview, I think.
Yeah, we'll try to...
Ali, Josh, you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'm very happy.
Even though I said I'm not going to pick it, I've just done it
No,
anyway.
you literally have us right on cue. She gets the kick away.
Yeah, but spun it away. South Belgrave go in the attack with Prendergast. Prendergast goes inside. Trying to get this one up here is Wellington. She scoots this one up, gets tackled immediately. It's going to be a ball up. So this is a big statement win. I think it's more of a statement win for Boronia. South Belgrave, they're going to be there. We all know that.
100%.
But this is a big one. So yeah,
This is their biggest win since Sean Bunkle, and they had that win against South Croydon.
That's probably up there for me as well.
Yeah, I think this is just as good, if not better. This is by a bigger margin as well. As Bramage could have one final say, got boots a ball, heads in the Stark direction. Will she eventually run onto it? No, it's her teammate who does. It might be Vikov, who again has been excellent in attack. Dished it off to Bramage, who's worked hard. Goes towards the top of the goal square. Schmidley, good body work. Couldn't complete the grab. It'll bounce through for a behind.
Jeez, I was going to say, if Bramage kicked that one, you might change your decision.
Yeah.
If she kicked that goal.
Corny's had a really great game after all. Like, even though she has been a bit quiet, it feels this little bit, but it's not to say she's played a fantastic role.
Yes, indeed. So 7 seconds to go. This will do it here. A mark taken.
Great mark.
That
Very
might do
good.
it. So Boronia get a massive win down here at Tormore Reserve here. A big win down
She's
here.
going back for the shot
for
here,
the
I reckon,
Hawker.
Bramage.
It's not over just yet. Here we're going to...
Oh, they've nearly gone early with the song there.
I don't know if they'll play
Who
it.
is your best on ground?
Coney.
Coney.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Bramage can put the icing on the cake here. The two boys are running on the ground here. Don't know why. And that's going to go out of bounds. So there you have it. The Hawks get home here. A massive win. A statement big win here for the Hawks here. 10-11-71 to South Belgrave. 1-3-9. We're waiting for the song. I don't think so, just due to the function behind us.
I was going to say, luckily the President's Lunch is happening at the moment, but
big win for Boronia, a statement win.
Yeah.
We'll hear from Jasmine Coney as Kate's about to find her to the interview as well. So good news to hear.
Yeah,
well.
But Ellie, it's going to throw to you. That was a fantastic performance. It was that second quarter that set it up in the end for the Hawks. Some of the best footy played all season from them.
Yeah, I was really impressed with, as I said, first time watching these two teams play in action. And look, I think for Boronia, they knew that they had a task and they got the job done. There are positives for South Belgrave, keeping Boronia to one goal in that third quarter. But look, I think for South Belgrave, they'll be wanting to, take a bit of these positives from this game going into next week, because you don't want to dwell on it too much. Give credit to Boronia, though. They were the better outfit from the second quarter onwards.
Oh, 100%. And even that first quarter as well. Their defensive pressure was good for South Belgrave, but it was too much to overcome in the end for the Saints, who were able to get over the line.
Boronia have got Whitehorse next week.
Twilight fixture out here at Tormore.
Imagine that. The scenes will be going off.
Oh,
down
they
there.
played a twilight fixture last weekend. The
there you
Liverpool
go.
girls played Wantirna
And
South.
obviously South Belgrave, as we mentioned on the broadcast, played South Croydon in a huge
That's massive.
game as well. We'll keep it definitely a big honour. And Kate Green has got the player, I would say, of the game in Jasmine Coney. Jazz, if you can, have you got the head? Oh, Kate's going to, yeah, when you can, Kate.
As what an amazing win for the side. Did you expect that so and be dominant?
No, not at all. I think our second half of the year is something we wanted to work. Really proud of the girls, but South Belgrave, they're such a classy team. We knew they'd come out firing, so looking forward to playing them again.
With your game absolutely outstanding today, is there any part of your game that you'd love to improve on? Are you pretty pleased with your efforts today?
I think probably my contested work. I think last year I was a bit of an outside player, but I think South Belgrave is such a good contested side, being in there, and then, working towards just building a better midfield and getting better each week as a team.
Going into finals, you're a week away from it. I think, who have you got? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Whitehorse they play.
You've
Kate.
got Whitehorse next week, so you're looking pretty confident going into the finals.
Yeah, I think we've had second half of the year, something we've really wanted to work towards, so I think we're really excited for finals. Obviously, a lot of the girls have never played finals before. We're a new team, fresh club, so yeah, looking forward to see what the finals can bring us.
It's been an absolute amazing journey for you guys. You've always been just nipping at the edge, like 5th position, hanging there, and now top 4. How does it feel?
Oh, it's absolutely unreal. I think last year we didn't get the finish we wanted to, so I think to go in this season and playing finals with a lot of new faces is absolutely unreal. So really excited to get stuck into it.
I sincerely wish you, everyone on the team wishes you and the team all of the best moving forward for next week and into the finals. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much.
Thanks there to Kate Green and Jasmine Coney, who was the best player on the ground for us, I reckon. Absolutely magnificent. And she highlighted her contested work, which I thought was brilliant. She was probably one of the only players for Boronia, alongside Rachel Quirk, Ali, but Coney was excellent in that particular area to extract it and create opportunities, particularly in that second quarter for the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely. I just love the way that Rach, she stepped up when she needed to. There was just multiple ball winners that got the job done.
Absolutely. We're going to start wrapping things up out here at Tormore Reserve. As you might be able to hear the girls of the Hawks in the background. We'll sure hear them belt out the song as we go off air. But
I can get them if you want. I'm just okay with them now.
It's okay, Kate. We'll close things out here. But fantastic job on the boundary today, Kate. Thank you for your work today. As she might be cutting she might be cutting out, but Ellie, fantastic to have you on special comments today as well. We're looking forward to hearing your voice throughout the final series and maybe even next weekend as well. But great job today.
No, thank you. It's been a lot of fun and looking forward to the next few weeks.
An absolute pleasure to call alongside the big man himself, the much loved figure at or maybe not this club, but across the eastern suburbs. Big Blakey Tennant. Great stuff on the call today, Blakey.
Thank you, Ali, as well. First game as well, and I'm sure we'll do many more as well. Good to see you. You're a star of this, so keep doing it as well. And Josh, terrific things as well. You get the afternoon. I'm sure you'll find something to do.
Well, I'm actually going to head down to Seabeck. I'm to watch Brash murder a Hill burger, but to catch that game. But looking forward to.
Always good seeing you, Josh. As well.
Always a pleasure doing anything alongside you, Blakey. Megan Green, Lee Green, of course, setting up today. We're looking forward to the Eastland match of the round. Be sure to tune into that from 1:15 on 98.1 Radio East and then Facebook and YouTube. But bye for now.